Hey guys, I just wanted to get on live really quick while I'm getting ready before I go out for the day. Just because I haven't been on live in a while, and I figured I would just do my makeup with you guys instead of doing it by myself. I already did my foundation. I used Giorgio Armani. I used it in 6.25, but I'm really tan right now, so it's way too light for my face. My body is much darker. So I'm just going to put a lot of bronzer on after this, but so yeah, I put my foundation on, and then I use concealer under my eyes just a little bit. I use NARS and Ginger, and I just like kind of put it under my eyes, and then I have, if I ever have any like pimples or anything like that, I always just cover them up with that, which doesn't really make sense to me because the concealer that I use is lighter than my actual skin, so I don't know why I'm using it to cover up blemishes, because then it's like lighter spots. So I need to go get like a normal color concealer that matches my face better. But I've been into brow tinting recently, and Kylie was the one that told me about it. And so I went and I got my brows tinted by Brows by Cass. I always tag her on my stuff. She does my eyebrows, and she's the one that did my first tinting. And I did it before I went on tour in Australia and Bali just this past month. And I loved it. It was so good. I didn't have to do anything to my brows while I was gone. But the tinting only lasts like 2 weeks maximum if you take good care of it, which of course I did. So now the brow tint is gone and I'm back to filling in my own brows, but since I'm back, I need to go see Brows by Cass again and have her just like clean up my brows and everything. But I'm using this Ardell. They sent me this brow defining kit. I use it in dark, and it has 4 different shades, but I only use this bottom brown shade here. And I just lightly color my brows. My eyebrows are really thick, so I don't really have to do that much to them, but I just kind of do that. And I don't know, guys, I just wing it. So that's that. And then I have this little Anastasia. This is like, I need to get a new one. It's so old. This is like the brow highlighter, or I don't know what you call it. I can't even get the other side off. Okay, here we go. One side is like shimmery, and then one side is matte. And I just use the matte side under my brow a little bit. And that just helps me like clean up anything that I messed up and just make it straight underneath. And then I just think that it makes my brows look like much nicer. It makes them look way more done than they actually are, I think. Or maybe to you guys, you can't even tell that I did anything. And then the next thing I'm going to use is this Too Faced banana powder. I don't really know, guys. Like when I do my makeup, I just kind of wing it. So this is the Candy Banana Pudding Brightening Face Powder. It smells really good. It looks like this. There's a mirror there. Oh, look, there we are. And this is the outside. And then I use a Dose of Colors brush. It's the large powder brush, and I kind of just like put a little bit on there, and I do little swirls. And I noticed that like I used to put so much powder on when I would do my makeup, and it just looked like really heavy, and it didn't look good at all. So lately I just do a little dab in here, and I just kind of spread it around, and whatever's on there, that's what I use. And then they also sent me this. I'm going to wipe off the container because I use it to put my foundation on there. Hold on, it's kind of dirty. I use this Candy eyeshadow palette. Too Faced also sent me this. I love the colors because there are some really nice browns that aren't shimmery. I don't really know how to use shimmers. I feel like every time I use shimmers, my eyes look smaller than they actually are. So I take the color Cream Puff first, which is the lighter brown right there, and I just put that all over my eyelid. And it pretty much just like blends in with the color of my eyelid I naturally am. But I just like to have a base there because I feel like when I don't have a base there, like the color of eyeshadow just sticks and it's like patchy and doesn't look very good. Then I take Pastry, which is the darker brown right there. I'm just going to put it in the crease a little bit. And lately, when I do my eyeshadow, this is probably really bad, but I use the same brush for every color. And I start with my lid, and then I do my crease, and then I take the brush, the same brush that I used for my dark crease color, and I dip it into like a lighter shade for under my brow, which that's probably like the worst thing that you can do when you do makeup, but it's been working for me, and I don't know why I have to switch my brushes 1,000 times when this is working. So that's been my vibe lately. What's up with you guys? What's new? Oh yeah, I'm using the same brush. I'm just gonna like wipe it off just a little bit so I'm not getting that like super dark color. This lighting is not accurate either. I don't even, like, I look gray in this lighting. Then I'm gonna take Banana Cream Pie, which is the big, like, yellowy powder right there, and I'm just gonna get that, and I'm just gonna put it under my eyebrow, like, really messy. Like, I totally put it, I also, like, get it over where I just did the crease shadow, and I think it, like, just blends it out. So that's that. I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna curl these lashes. I broke my finger on my last day in Bali, and that is why I'm doing everything on the opposite side. I'm left-handed, so every time I go to curl my lashes, I get really nervous because my right hand definitely does not have the control that my left hand does. And I'm just hoping that it doesn't spaz out for whatever reason and rip all my eyelashes out. But I'm doing okay. So this is my go-to voluminous mascara. I've been using this forever. It's in Black is Black, and my grandma Babs always used this, and she told me to use it too, so I use this, and that's why I also use baby shampoo. My grandma Babs told me about that. I use baby shampoo to wash my face every day. I have other products that I use in my skincare routine, but baby shampoo is just so gentle on my skin, and it gets all my makeup off, so I've always stuck by that. A couple years ago, I tried to switch up my like face wash, and I tried to use another cleanser, and my skin broke out really bad, and I started having these really bad breakouts, and I got really insecure about it, so I just figured I should go back to baby shampoo and just do what I know works. I know I said I don't normally go back and use this again, but I was just a little too shiny because I didn't pick up enough. Then I'm going to use this brush. It's a Morphe M527, and I'm going to use this. It's so funny because most of the products that I'm using recently are all Too Faced. I'm using the Chocolate Soleil bronzer in medium deep, and as you can see, I've used this so much. I've never like got to the bottom of a bronzer like this before, so it's my go-to. I just give it a nice little swirl, and I put like a lot more bronzer on these days than I normally do, just because my foundation is way lighter than my body. Like, I don't know if you can tell, like my body is pretty dark. You can't really tell, but so I'm just gonna bronze it up. Always get that jawline, gotta get the neck. Everyone always says, like, go into the neck, you know, like, don't forget to, like, blend, like, under your ear and stuff, and I just don't think that I ever wear that much makeup where you're gonna see that I didn't blend it all the way down, but I do it just in case, for whatever reason. And then, like, I've never really liked my nose, but for a while I was trying to, like, contour it, but my nose is, like, I don't have, like, a point or something. Like, I don't exactly know, like, where I'm supposed to go, like, with the highlight and the contour and whatever, and so I was, like, going through this whole process. It was taking me forever to get ready in the mornings, and I don't think that it was ever really helping me, what I was doing, so I just stopped contouring, and I literally just, like, put the bronzer on my nose and just hope that it looks okay. What's next? Oh, blush. So, I have this gigantic BH Cosmetics blush palette, and I found this because I was watching Carly Bible on YouTube, and I think her videos are so dope. And so this has like literally 100 blushes. It has 10, but I always use this blush. It's super baby pink, and it doesn't have any shimmer in it at all. It's probably way too light for me, but this is the color that I like, and I use a very little bit of it. And when I put it on, it just feels like my makeup looks way more tied together. So I always use this blush, but I wish I knew like a similar blush that was in a smaller palette. I like the way that this product feels when you put it on. I'm making this really weird face because I'm trying to like half smile and talk. Like this is really terrible example of what it looks like because I just feel like this whole lighting is blurring everything out. Okay, then I'm going to use this Morphe highlighter. It's in Conceited, and my cousin Cassidy got me this. I'm sure you guys know of Cassidy. She's the ride or die. And then, yeah, this I just kind of like throw it on all around. Should I wear eyelashes today, or? No, yes. Should I wear eyelashes? Because if not, then I'm going to go into my lips. I guess I'll put them on. So I use Ardell lashes, and let me check the number of them. I don't know what number this is. They look like this. This is not focusing at all. I think they're called the Demi Wispies. Let me see. They're 118s. They're 118s Demi Wispies. So I'm gonna use that. I used to use this glue, the Duo like dark glue, but I noticed that this glue doesn't dry like completely black, so you could always see where my lashes were. So now I use this this Duo glue. It's brush-on adhesive with vitamins in dark. And when you look at it in person, it almost looks blue. The glue almost looks blue. But I find that this, where did I put, oh, here. I find that when this dries, it's much less visible than the other glue. And another weird thing is I always when I put my lashes on, I never put the right lash on first. I always do the left lash. I don't know why. Like I make a conscious effort to like differentiate which one's the left and the right because I want to make sure that I put the glue on the left one first. I think that if I get the left one on, because I'm left-handed and maybe like just left is the side that I think I can do better, I think if I get that one on good, then I'll for sure get the right one on good. So this is the glue, and then I use tweezers. These ones are Tweezer Man. They're just like, they look like that. I use them to get the inner corners if I can't get it, and that's also another trick that Kylie showed me, was to use tweezers, because I used to always wear acrylic nails and they were always so long, and if you guys have acrylics, you know how hard it is to get eyelashes on. Okay, while those kind of set in, I'm going to use this MAC lip pencil in Spice. This is my go-to. I've been using Spice for years. I think it's the perfect nude for my skin tone. It's not too pink. Oopsie, I went a little bit overboard. Whoops. We'll just go with it. I love lip liner and coloring it in as a whole lip shade. Like, what a difference. I always get really nervous to line the right side of my lips. Because I always go like in a squiggly line on that side. Okay, my lips aren't done yet, but I don't want the lashes to get too dry, so I'm going to start putting them on. My biggest pet peeve is when I get the lash on and then it slips and then black glue gets everywhere, and that's not cute, so let me just, God bless. Okay, it's cooperating. The silence is where the tweezers come into play. Because it is no joke. You don't want to poke your eye out. Wow, guys, I am pretty happy with how this eyelash just went on. Look how smooth that is. Damn, I'm good at this. Although, I don't know if you guys ever saw it. When I went to Coachella this past year, I was like in the car on the way to the festival. Well, for like one of the days I was already down there. And I did my makeup that morning, and I'm literally riding to the festival. I did not bring any glue, nothing, and my eyelash is coming off. So I had to RIP that bitch and just let it fly in the wind, and I rocked Coachella with no eyelashes. It was the worst. Eyelashes just make me feel so much better. It just made me feel confident. I'm like, ooh, if I got my lips lined and I got my eyelashes on, I'm just popping. I think even if you go out without any makeup on and you just have like lip liner and lip liner and eyelashes, everything looks better. Okay, now I'm gonna use this Too Faced Melted Matte Liquid Matte Longwear lipstick. It's in, what's the color? It's in Freshly Baked. This, I think, was also something that came out when Candy did her collaboration. So I'm gonna put this over this Spiced MAC lip liner. And it smells so good, and it tastes good too. When I use liquid lipsticks, I don't put it on thick. Ooh, something got inside my mouth. I don't put it on thick because they're so matte that it could look kind of like gross if it's too matte, and then it just, I don't want it to look like chalk on my skin. So that's that. Then I get it in Melted Ice Cream, same thing, same Too Faced liquid lipstick. Ooh, this is what the brush looks like, and I really wipe it off a lot because this is much lighter than the shade that I was using before, and I put it just in the center of my lips because they need to look bigger, right? And then, see, it's like not clean how I did it. I just do a little like that. Now, my makeup is pretty much done. I could either go and put under eyeshadow on and like amp it up a little bit more, but I'm not gonna do that today because I'm just going out to look at furniture. I don't know if you guys know, but I moved into my new place. I'll show you it right now. I moved into my new place and I didn't have a chance to furnish it because my family came into town and I just wanted to focus on spending time with them. And they were staying with me, so I said that, sorry, this keeps like twisting. I said that I would furnish it when they left. And then right when they left, I went on like a month-long tour, like in Australia and New Zealand and all that. So then I was gone for a long time. And then, now I'm back, so I need to furnish it because it's literally empty. I've been living in Los Angeles, but every place that I've ever lived was like came furnished because we never like wanted to commit to like living here since I'm from the island of Guam. I don't know if you guys know. But I never felt like LA was home. It still doesn't feel like home, and that's why we never even bought like nothing, not even silverware or anything like that. So now it's time, because I've been here back and forth for like the last 6 years. It's definitely time to get life together. So this is my bathroom. It's a little bit messy right now, but that's where I just did my makeup with you. This is us now. Shower. Okay, my closet's a mess, so I'm gonna just cover this because, as you guys know, I have been traveling, so you can imagine how messy it is. Okay, this is like where you walk out. This is called Venetian, this like wall situation here, like how the paint looks. When I first came here, I was like, I don't know, guys, about this. This is like my living room space. I have the cloud couch over here, but I need like to put a dining room, like different stuff, and then over here, I like showed you guys on Twitter, but so like my living room is pretty big. I don't know if you can tell, but like under here, I need to put something, and then this is my view. I love to look at the fountain. But this is a space I really need to focus on because I need a table and I need, I don't know, a bunch of stuff. Oh, here's the makeup. You can see it way better. I should have done my makeup out here for you guys. So I'm about to go head out and meet my mom for some coffee. I've been doing my best to drink a lot of water recently, and it's been doing pretty good. I noticed that my skin hasn't really been breaking out. I was breaking out really bad for a while, and oh, hello, gorgeous. I was breaking out really bad. I didn't really know what to do, so then I tried drinking water and being more like strict on my skincare routine, which I can post for you guys if you're curious about it. But I'll put you here. I always have to make my bed in the morning. Like always. I can't not make my bed. So gotta get the undersheet and put it up and then hang this thing up. Boom. Like my bed is my sacred space. Like my room, I usually always have candles lit, and I love using the Luspa candles, and I just like to listen to classical music and just relax. And I love watching movies. So anyway, this is really fun. If you guys want me to do like a better version of this tomorrow, I can do that, because when I did my makeup in my bathroom, you really couldn't see, but if I did it out here, you definitely could have seen, like, maybe if I do it here, ow, that hurt. Like, I don't know, maybe you can see better here. Or maybe I can put this here. Oh my god, Scott. This is where I should do it. And I get to look at the fountain. So, should probably, ow. Okay, well, I can do this better for you guys tomorrow if you would like to see that. So, I guess tweet me if you want to see that. My Twitter is PrincessPMia. I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with me and not having me get ready by myself. Yeah, and maybe I can do like my skincare routine for when I go to sleep tonight, if you guys want to see that too. Love you.